Welcome to the Sports Entrepreneurs Podcast.
It all started with a passion for the sports, right? You know, I grew up just loving the beach, the ocean. Big windsurfer, kite surfer, surfer, and then the mountains were the other calling in terms of, been skiing from a very young age. Lucky enough, my parents, took me and then got into mountaineering more and ski touring and ice climbing and those sides. I also, and pilot and so it's really it came from that passion for the sports. And you mentioned finishing college. So I didn't go to university. I'm dyslexic. And so, the study side of things were tough for me, no two ways about it. But from an overall learning perspective, I think, my first point probably would be, people, right? And we always, and I'm sure, this is probably coming up many times, if you get the right people, you lay down the right plan, the right vision, and then you get the right people around either the overall vision, but you as the entrepreneur and leading from the front, then you can move mountains, you can change the world, you can achieve, so many things. Sort of high level, if you look at kind of where Saudi is overall, what's amazing is, the country has been, on lockdown to a degree since the 70s. And, now led by the Prince, he's laid down an amazing vision from a 2030 perspective for a transformation of the whole country. And using tourism and sports events as part of that transformation, and investing back into, the country and the people overall. You got huge activation in the tourism space and in the event space. And hence, as I said, just, bringing in on the extreme event side of things, we've partnered with a group called Sumu in Saudi Arabia, and James is, he's driving that through, very, very active there. Brilliant guy, used to run BBC's Top Gear live around the world, so did arenas and stadium tours. He was also the creator of the Taste of brand, so he's now driving that and heading it up, doing a brilliant job. And where the Middle East is pulling us and is hugely active, and that business really does, it puts on adventure, motorsports and extreme sports events, but it also does a lot of stunt work. Again, coming back to the short form and tying in with the media platform, looking at, what stunt you can do with a brand or what activation you can do with a brand that kicks into short form, which then delivers the exposure they're looking for to drive whatever good or service they're looking for. So, we've got some branded content in that area we're doing with a number of brands, and you look at the series and then you try to sell those, and it all ties in. We at the moment, I think it's sitting in sort of 25 countries. I'm not in terms of the subscriber numbers. We made a decision about 10 years ago. We started to see the cracks in the mainstream media space. We saw digital coming, the youth that we were dealing with, and we had an opportunity. We approached Liberty and said, "Look, guys, we'd like to buy the brand from on an overall basis. And, we will sell you our position in the TV channel." And it took about a year to negotiate out that deal. But, we did that deal. And now they had Cello Media, AMC Networks. AMC then bought it and has been running that for a while. And it's tough, right? I mean, it's super tough running those things. And in the meantime, we as a company are focused into the other areas that we're now driving and developing.